Berserk was an incredible manga that released from 1989 all the way until Kentaro Miura's tragic passing in 2021. Berserk is often heralded as peak artistic fiction, a beautiful, grim-dark world which oozes with the horrid and detailed macabre. From the horrifying to the elegant, Kentaro Miura's creative wizardry will be praised as long as humanity walks this earth, and for good reason. The world of Berserk is unparalleled. There will never be another Kentaro Miura. There will never be another Berserk. Yeah. I mean, I might as well turn this into an 8-minute AMV in the style of 2009 YouTube. I could just play 009 sound system and show you panels for an hour. The art speaks for itself. Kentaro Miura began releasing Berserk officially in 1989, but even before that, there were bubbling ideas of the series. While briefly working as an 18-year-old assistant to Gyoji Morikawa, the mangaka who created Hajime no Ippo, Miura had already started workshopping this idea of a grimdark world in which a punished figure would wield an oversized sword. A year prior to the full release of Berserk, Kentaro Miura released a 48-page prototype of Berserk in a Komi manga school competition. As expected, Miura did pretty well, placing second in the competition. Miura was in his early 20s at the time and was already workshopping the brilliant world of Berserk. The art was also pretty astonishing for a 22-year-old college kid. Obviously, the art was a little rougher and kind of sillier, but some of these panels are crazy good even to this day. Guts slashing through a body, fields of skeletons, slashing through a monster, lots of super cool visual ideas that are simply classically Miura. Miura actually had a lot of trouble getting Berserk published and worked for about 4 years submitting his manuscripts in hope of a magazine finally accepting him. He didn't actually get serialized until a then struggling magazine company, Animal House, finally accepted his idea, pushing Berserk into a weekly serialization release schedule in October of 1989. Eventually, Monthly Animal was replaced by Young Animal, which is a seinen manga magazine which often just looks like a bikini catalog. If I saw this on the shelves, I would assume I'm in the wrong section. In North America, Berserk is released through Dark Horse Comics, who have started releasing these giant deluxe books of Berserk, which I have to say are probably the most aesthetic looking designs ever. This shit looks so good on a shelf next to my Ray plush and 19 PP plushies. Berserk has always been critically acclaimed, winning tons of awards and selling pretty well. According to Wikipedia, Berserk is the 33rd best-selling manga of all time, with over 53 million copies in circulation, which is pretty good when your series is as gross, disgusting, and dark as manga can really get. The fact that it's even in the running with some of the other mainstream shonen and seinen manga series is sort of impressive, and this is mostly due to the downright badassery and noteworthy artistic style of Kentaro Miura's story and illustrations. The paroxysm of guts rage splattered onto each and every page in a heart-wrenching and beautiful tale of perseverance and resolve. Miura is very good at displaying the dark, the moody, and the fantastical. There are countless panels that display such a visceral, emotional mood or visage. This is really important because Guts as a character is a representation of the sort of eternal suffering of man, a dark, flawed hero who must overcome all that is in his path. But it's hard for him because he has endured so much, and you can feel that stark, harsh emotion in every single panel of Guts' rage. And Guts grows as a character to be more empathetic and understanding, so as the series progresses and this dissonant battle of character between an overtaking of rage and this growth towards empathy are displayed in the art too. Everything becomes so bittersweet, and you can see it in Guts' face. Miura's knowledge of breathtaking composition is truly awe-inspiring to look at as well. Whether it be of a character or a landscape, Berserk is flooded with brilliant, wondrous panels to marvel at. Something particularly unique to Miura is his twists and interpretations of a fantasy world in general. Berserk is dark and very bleak at times. It isn't afraid to show the absolutely vile and rough side of humankind. But among the dark, there is also the mystical and classical fantasy. There are fairies, magic, wizards, worlds of light and bliss. It isn't always just a pool of dead bodies and tits. There's genuinely breathtaking fantasy imagery as well. However, the designs of creatures and demons in Berserk are some of the most inspiring to me. Skull Knight and his giant skull-plated horse, hairy beasts like trolls with toothy grin visages, giant castle-topping dragons, gods of the sea, an ibex demon straight out of the depths of hell, a wet slimy kelpie, a lonely drifting blob, a creature lurking in the depths, the phallic, covered in eyes, hopeless, wandering demons, the elephantine, the gross, the grimy, the dark, the bloody, guts, the sexy, dogs, demons, tentacles, teeth. Kentaro Miura was the king of monster design, and there's no shortage of cool designs for the main character, Guts, to brutalize. Miura's art in Berserk delves into the surreal as well. Sometimes you're just in awe at a panel as you slowly melt into the page. It's almost unfair he had this much talent. Save some for the rest of us, man. It's clear that Berserk, in story and in art, has bled into countless other forms of media as well. Take Dark Souls or Elden Ring, for example, huge successful video games that clearly take large amounts of inspiration from Berserk as an artistic entity. Like in Elden Ring, the large lit up tree, the field of swords, large unwieldy swords. Countless video games are heavily inspired by Berserk, and this just further proves the brilliance and inspiration of the world Miura sought to bring to vision. So, if you haven't already, you really should go read Berserk. I don't want to sit here and explain the plot, because that's not what the point of this video is. I just wanted to show you cool art, but you need to read it. The 1997 anime is pretty good too, but nothing beats the extreme intensity and detailed art present in every single page of the manga. There will never be anything like it. Read it. Now. I'm not joking. I'll kill you. In Minecraft.